This episode is brought to you by Cruiser Brand. They are going to give 4 t-shirts of any kind that you want on their website. They're going to give away a free hat as well. And the way that you win is you're going to DM me on any social media platform, preferably Instagram. And you must follow, like, and all of that bullshit. Instagram, fucking subscribe. That's it. Subscribe. It's concrete. Subscribe, hit the like button, do all that shit. And you have to answer the question, who is the most recent and biggest celebrity that Concrete has worked with recently? And I would normally say Concrete roll the shit, but Concrete's on, so Big Horny Gang, roll it! What's up, Concrete? Concrete!
What's goody, Matt?
What it do? So, for my listeners and my guests, let them know what it is that you do. I mean, obviously you do a fucking plethora of things.
Yeah.
But let's get to the nitty gritty of the whole get down.
So as of right now, my main thing is what I'm pushing on my social media is my comedy. It's my sketch comedy, and then I'm doing stand-up. And then behind all that comes a bunch of shit. You know, I produce, podcasts. I produce music videos. I'm working on a few films that I'm trying to get off the ground, and I'm just like a little bit of everything,
A little bit of all. Anything that has to do with the entertainment industry. Absolutely. So you do actual stand-up on stage, fucking get down, right?
Yeah.
And where was the last time you performed?
The last time I performed, well, I did a pop-in gig last Friday at the Haha to go try out some new comedy, and then the previous 3-4 times we sold out every show. 2 in San Diego, we sold out Linwood 600-seater. We just booked Vegas. We got back-to-backs in Vegas, April 28th, April 29th, and then I have another one on the 26th at the Yosh Theater in Santa Ana. Got Dallas, Chicago, Vegas, Merced, Visalia coming, and I'm just starting to book. Like, it's starting to roll. Everything's starting to click,
Dope. So, and do you write your own material? Do you have some ghostwriters too? Is it kind of a plethora of shit?
No, I'm still how can I say it? I guess I'm still paying my dues, so I'm writing my own stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, just like I do in my comedy on my sketches, like I write all my content, everything that I 99.9999% of the stuff that I do comes from my creations on my head, and that's how I want to keep the comedy right now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you don't go follow fucking Concrete, or if you don't follow him right now, you need to follow him. My favorite fucking sketch of you was with no shirt. Not only because I'm horny, gang. No shirt, and you're fucking got Red Hot Chili Peppers in the background. I laughed and giggled my fucking ass off. I watched it 4 or 5. I think I even called you, right? And was
you
fucking
did.
Laughing so fucking hard. It really came out like so perfect. It was good. It was good.
Anthony actually hit me up. As soon as I dropped it too, that was pretty cool.
It was amazing. I laughed and giggled.
I'm kidding. He didn't hit me up.
He didn't?
No.
Well, look, Anthony Kiedis, if you did, reach out,
holler at me,
yeah,
perrito.
Yeah.
I want to be a chile too.
Hey, he rides his motorcycle all over L.A.
Are you serious?
100%. That's his only.
But he's not long hair no more, right? Is he long hair? No, I think he's
no.
He cut it off.
No,
right?
but for the era song that you had in the background. Was perfect because that's what he did, dude. It just made me laugh.
Yeah, it was the whole hand gestures. I remember watching that video, and I remember just watching it, and I'm like, I like the song, but the dude is fucking awkward, man.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought it was so awkward. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, the whole band is kind of awkward, but it worked.
Flea is just crazy, dude.
I love Flea.
He's one of my favorite Laker fans.
He's
one of my favorite Laker fans. One of the biggest.
He gets into it. He is fired the fuck up. Dude, when you see him on court, she's clapping and shit.
It's like they fucking pay him. It's like they pay him to be there. It's amazing.
Like he's the hype man. He's the Flavor Flav
of the Lakers, man. It's amazing, man. Good for him.
When you write material, do you ever? I mean, obviously you worry if you're gonna bomb, right? It's got to be in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Right? Do you ever rehearse it like to a mirror, to your buddies? Do you ever like throw little jabs out to see if it'll hit, right? Because certain audiences, right, I would imagine will understand it a little bit more than some other audiences don't really kind of get it.
Different skits work differently, you know. I mean, I go in with the plan. I don't just go in there and just, you know,
Wing it.
I don't wing it all the time. But I also, because I like improv. You know, I like in the moment. And if something feels good and something just comes off like the lip and it just comes off the tongue easily, then, you know, then I go with that. And honestly, that's been some of the biggest shit that I've ever done.
Yeah.
Has been stuff that I, in the moment, improv, that dialogue, you know. I have a premise and I have that I know that I got to get from point A to point B, you know. And in between there, whatever flies, flies. I just know that I have about a minute
to
convince you that there's a joke here, you know?
For sure.
And I think that's the, you know, that's the hardest part, you know? I mean, you know, with stand-up, it's kind of the same way in the sense of, like, if you're an up-and-coming stand-up comedian and you get a 5-minute spot, you got 5 minutes to make those people laugh.
Sure.
That's all you're going to get. The difference between what's been stand-up for me and doing social media sketch comedy has been that I can put my phone down, and if it bombs, I walk away from it.
Yeah.
And in stand-up, it's like I've bombed, and there's no running. It's right there in your face, and you got to take that L,
And
you know?
and people are harsh, bro.
Yeah.
They're motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean,
harsh.
the only difference would be that, you know, it's like, you know, when I do, say, a club, or when I did do a small venue and I bombed, it's like 35 people.
Sure.
When I bomb on social media, it's in front of, you know, close to 300,000.
Right.
So, you know, there's a give and there's a take in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you, you know, it's funny, man, because like I get hit up all the time. Even from when I was younger, I always got hit up. Oh, you should have been a comedian. You should be a comedian. Try it out. But I just don't think I have the nuts to get up there, because like if I bomb, like I'm talking shit, like I'm going hard on somebody, and then people are like, bro, you should crowd control like fucking Andrew Schultz or Matt Reif, right, or Reif, whatever, right? Like you should just, right, because they get off.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, like, you know, I also worry, you know, people's feelings are so fucking sensitive these days, and I can really hurt where, you know,
I mean,
hit you where it hurts, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about comedy is that, you know, there's a difference between being funny with your homies and then being funny in front of a bunch of people that don't know you and that owe you a laugh.
Sure.
They don't owe you anything. If anything, you owe them because they paid to go
see the
show.
Yeah.
You know, or whether they paid or it's a free show, they still have a 2-drink minimum. So
yeah, so they're paying.
Make me
they're
laugh,
really
dog.
paying. Yeah.
Make me laugh. Like, I'm here to laugh. So I think that's the difference. You know, with you know, and that's the same thing that I felt before I even started my comedy back in 2018. I was funny around my friends. I always did I was doing sketch comedy in 2010 on YouTube. It was mildly successful for the time that it was up. And then I kept directing because I was like, oh, man, I'm not funny. Like, yeah, a few people said it was funny, but I didn't understand, like, you know, how to stay consistent. And I wasn't being consistent. I dropped maybe 4 or 5 skits here and there. They did great, got me some subscribers. And then I kind of left it alone. I was like, it's not a lot of people are laughing. So I kind of left that alone, you know. And back when I started again in 2018, it was kind of like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just really going to focus on this comedy. I'm really going to give it my all. And I went from 1 skit, 2 skits to seeing maybe 30 likes to now getting 200 likes. And then 200 likes turned into 400 and 400 turned into 800. And then it just kept going up and up and up. And I started even getting more crazier with the skits, right? I started, you know, evolving into, like, now I'm doing costumes, now I'm doing voices, now I'm doing characters, and it's evolved from there. You know, if now I build a stable of like 10, 20 different characters that I can always come back and do a sketch on, you know?
Yeah. When you do clubs and you do different venues and stuff, do you ever tell like your homies or somebody, hey man, come sit in the audience, kind of check out what the audience does? Obviously you can read it from up there, but you know, you can't really see what's going on in the back either. Do you ever do that just to kind of feel how, hey man, how do you think this plays?
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And it's got to be somebody that is an equal part. Nobody that's going to be yes man and suck your dick. You need somebody that's honest, like, yo bro, this shit no good. Or, yo, this worked and this didn't.
For sure. Hell yeah. I mean, every time I go to a comedy show, I'll take either, you know, my boy Eric, my boy Dennis, my cousin P, My wife goes to them, and they are my bullshit meter. You know, they are the ones that say, dog, that's not cracking, or, you know, and me in general, like, even when I go up on stage, once I'm there, bro, it's like I black out. It's like when people get drunk and they say they black out, they don't know what happens until afterwards. That's kind of how I get. Like, I'll get on stage and then I'm just in my zone. And I don't know if people are laughing. I'm just, and if I do people, I'm not gauging, oh, is it 100 out of 200 or is it 50 out of 200 people laughing?
Sure.
I don't gauge it. So every time I get off, I always ask them, and I'm always like trying to find for reassurance. Like, yo, was it good? They're like, dog, it was fine. You killed it. Or you did well. Like, dude, like, stop worrying. Because I'm very self-conscious still because there's no comments.
Sure.
And on social media, I know when something hit based on my comments, based on my likes.
On your likes.
You know, based on the engagement. So it's kind of like I'm still, in a sense, looking for that. And I think even just for comedians in general, like, that's the reason we do it.
Yeah, the validation.
We want the validation in some kind of sense, you know. I don't know if that's something that happens to us as kids or what it is, but I think we enjoy people pleasing in some kind of way, you know?
And I think social media and podcasts and other things have made it easier for people to, so it's a double-edged sword. People can come out, be kind of who they are, not worry about it, right?
Yeah.
So that's great. But then on the double-edged sword of it is motherfuckers are behind their keyboards running off at the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And then out in public, they do the same thing, and then they're wondering why they're getting punched, and then they call the cop. You know, it's just, it's weird.
Yeah, but like a lot of people always tell me, like, man, I want to start doing comedy. What can I expect? Expect bad comments.
Expect booze. Yeah.
Because for every 10 great comments that I get, I'll get one dude that's like, man, this shit's whack.
Yeah.
And then I have to sit there and be like, okay, how many comments did I get? Okay, 800. Okay, how many bad ones? 5. It's fine.
Yeah.
Concrete, let it go.
So that's my hardest. That's my hardest thing is
being thick-skinned. You got to be thick-skinned because if not, it's going to eat you up.
Yeah. So in the podcast, man, like I have a social media ambassador, and she takes care of all my social media. She answers back the questions. She does all that. We talk about it all. But you know, where like there's a, you know, if there's somebody says a negative comment, I want to fucking jump on there, bitch, your mama, you ain't shit, fuck you, right in your neck.
Yeah.
But she usually will answer it subtle, like, oh, sorry you didn't like it. Hopefully we can please you next. Well, that ain't me. Anybody who knows me know that ain't me, right? I'm telling you to go fuck your mother, like all kind of nasty shit. So that's one of the hardest things for me to
I think once you reply to a bad comment, right? Like haters will always attack your insecurities, right?
Yep.
So if they know that it bugs you, when they leave a bad comment, they're going to leave 5 next time.
100%.
Or they're going to go make another 4 pages and try to get under your skin.
Right.
So with me, it's like even the bad comments, I leave them up, dude. I don't care. Like, unless it's, the only comments I don't leave up is the comments that get personal.
I never take any down.
Right. Like there's stuff that, like, you know, like, I mean, there's been times where they'll be like, oh, dude, like, no wonder you're, like, I bet your kids are retarded. And I'm like, bro, like, look, bro, you want to attack me. Leave like all the other shit, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I
can see that, yeah.
Because at one point, bro, like, at what point is it not cool? Like, I get trolls, bro. You want to troll me? You want to troll the comedy? Say it's not funny.
Sure.
Say this, say that, whatever the case. That's fine, bro. Attack the creativeness. Once you start getting personal, that's when it's like, come on, bro. You know, I think anybody's gonna react to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not gonna go and talk shit about LeBron, about his family and his kids. I'm gonna talk. I don't know his family and his kids, but I'm talking about his game.
Talk about his basketball game.
His game, you know. Yeah. And
but I think like that's what goes back to the double-edged sword.
That's the stuff that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come with that shit. So I've had to learn over the last 5 years of my growth to be like, all right, bro, just let it go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting better at it. Because before I was just like, man, then fuck you, unfollow me. And it's like, that ain't gonna work. You know? Because at the end of the day, dude, I've had people tag someone else on my video, and then that person that got tagged will comment back to their buddy and be like, I don't even think this dude's funny.
Right.
And then so I'll comment, I'll be like, you haven't seen the skit that made you a fan yet.
Right.
That's usually my line.
Right.
I haven't won you yet. Give me a few skits.
Right.
2 weeks later, I'll drop a skit. They'll be like, okay, all right, you're funny.
Right.
You're funny. I get it what you're doing.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
You know? And I'm always trying to win people over, bro. Like I'm one of those, man. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really try to make skits for everybody, but I hope that I make everybody laugh with something. You know what I'm saying? Sure. I don't try to people please everybody. I do what feel right for me, what I think is funny, where I find humor, and you know, that's why my shit is like, it's so diverse. You know, you know, one day I'll do Anthony Kiedis, then the next day I'll do a super Mexican paisa dude, and then it's a little bit of everything. And
sure,
because that's just how I am, and that's the way I grew up. I grew up around it all. You know what I'm saying? I primarily went to like an all white neighborhood, like school. You know what I'm saying? So I was like me and like 4 other, maybe 10 other kids that were Mexican. You know what I'm saying? My best friend growing up was Salvadorian. You know what I'm saying? Darwin Hernandez, and I just grew up in a very, you know, somewhat diverse crowd. You know, there was Asians, there was black people, there was, you know, Indian, there was Middle Eastern. So it's like I kind of grew up with a bunch of plethora of cultures, you know, and
sure,
I wasn't, you know, it was only when I came back home that it was like just hella paisa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you ever, I get mad if I go to a comedy show or if I'm watching somebody's comedy and usually it's a stand-up and somebody is offended by what the comedian said. This is the way that I look at it. If you're at a comedy show, in my opinion, all bets are off. You're there to laugh, right? You're there to giggle, right?
For sure.
In my opinion, there is no off limits at that time in the comedy show. But what's your thoughts on people that get upset about different things of, oh, you shouldn't say this, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You know, it's you're Hispanic, you can't really talk about white people or black people or whatever the case is. What are your thoughts on that as a comedian?
You can't pick up shit for a living and expect not to get smeared at one point.
Right.
And that's the same thing for me. Like, you're coming to a comedy show, expect to maybe get a little bit of jabs from the comedian. It just goes with it, bro.
Sure.
It goes with it, bro. You know, you can't be a waiter and expect not to ever drop a cup or anything like that. It just comes with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the part of going into a comedy show. You go into a comedy show, expect, and especially if you sit in the front row, expect to get roasted. Most comedians, and I don't want to say most comedians, but a lot of comedians don't talk to the crowd. They just go straight into their bit, so you have nothing to worry about. Usually it's a host that's just, you know, doing crowd work, and if you're sitting in the front, well, hey, guess what, motherfucker? It's SeaWorld, bro. You're going to get wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's no different than being on the front row of a ride that gets wet.
Yeah, bro. You can't go see Shamu and shit at SeaWorld and sit in the front and be like, I'm going to be dry as fuck. No, like, that's the whole point, is to get wet here.
Right.
And that's the same thing with comedy, bro. If you don't want to get roasted, sit in the back where nobody can see you, where it's dark as fuck, and then enjoy the show. But don't come in the front and try to do all this extra shit, and don't try to go at it with the comedian. And it's like, dude, just let the man do his thing. Like, it's
because
a show.
At the end of the day, he is paid, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And he's paid to be funny. You're not. You're just there chilling, enjoy the time with your old lady or with your dude or whatever the fuck you're there doing.
And I understand there's some comedians that could get disrespectful, dude. I'm not gonna say, you know, some comedians don't get disrespectful. Yeah, I'm sure some dudes can get a little out of line with the comments, but you have to let it. You know, you have to let it. You have to understand that it's not coming from a place of hate. It's coming from a place of just jokes, right?
But that's what I'm saying. Is there at a comedy show a place where the comedian goes too far? I just don't believe that.
No, I don't think so. No. I don't think so. I'm saying this in the general public aspect, right? Like, some people may feel like, oh, he went too far.
Sure.
Right? Because they're not comedians, bro. They're consumers of the comedy.
Sure.
And some people that go to comedy shows are not avid consumers of comedy, so they don't understand that aspect of it. Right. It might just be a night out on the town.
They got a free ticket or something.
And guess what, baby? We're going out to see a comedy show. Dude, I want to say that 50% of the people that go to comedy shows, it's always their first time. Mm-hmm. The other 50 are people that enjoy the comedy and they're there for that specific comedian. Yeah. That's headlining or whatever the case may be, you know. But no, I don't really think nothing's off limits when it comes to comedy. I think it's, you know, I mean, some people may not attack certain issues because of their public, you know, their political views or whatever the case, but, you know, that just depends on who you're doing comedy for, you know. And I think, you know, a lot of those comedians that are established where they start attacking political views because at some point you kind of just, you already paid your dues and now you can talk your shit. You know, it's kind of like when an old dude, like, oh, he's talking shit because he's fucking old dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he's an OG. He has a right to tell you to go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I think when you know, as a comedian, bro, you have to play your part and know who you're doing comedy for. You know
your audience. I mean,
know your audience, bro. Know your audience. You know,
who is and was your favorite comedian? Top 3.
Top 3. Damn. I mean, look, I'm gonna just mix the pot a little bit, right? Because obviously I grew up bilingual, so I was exposed to not just English comedy but Spanish comedy. So I would have to put someone like Cantinflas in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's he's a Mexican version of what could have, you know, what was maybe say like a Charlie Chaplin. He did hundreds of films, and they were all great, fantastic, classic films. You know, golden age of you know, like Three Stooges type of deal. You know, so he was just around forever, and the movies will live forever, and that character will live forever. You know, like nobody can do another Cantinflas. Cantinflas is him. That's it. You know. Cantinflas, I would definitely put in my Mount Rushmore of comedians. Jim Carrey for me was one of the biggest ones for me. Growing up, watching his movies and seeing how many characters he was able to pull off, bro. Like that to me was like, damn, the facial expressions. He taught me that comedy is more than just verbal. You know, you know, Jim Carrey taught me that you can move your body, move your face, your facial expressions, your body, walk a certain way to get a laugh. And Jim Carrey could just walk and he'll make you laugh.
Fucking In Living Color, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
He could do his faces and everything, and you'd be like, that's hilarious, right? And he didn't have to say a word to make you laugh. He could just body shit, just straight action comedy, you know? And then I think on the wit of comedy and how intelligent comedy can be and how to attack certain social issues in comedy and be successful at it and really make sense and always even come out with like you feel like he's non-biased, right? He feels like he'll attack this and attack you know the left or the right or whatever the case may be, right? If you want to see it in political terms, I would say a guy like Dave Chappelle. Right, like Dave Chappelle can sit there and you feel like Dave Chappelle's having a conversation with you, bro.
Yeah.
You know, when I watch Chappelle, I feel like I'm just having a conversation with my homeboy, and he's just telling you how he feels.
Sure.
And I think that really taught me how to write sketches, right? How to write, you know, how to write certain dialogue and make it hit and make sure that your punchline really sticks. You know, I think. You know, so it's Cantinflas, Jim Carrey, and Dave Chappelle, probably my top three. You know what I'm saying?
So you got a Mexican, black, and a white going to a bar.
Didn't even see it that way. Yeah, man. Didn't even see it that way. Those are just guys that influenced me. And of course, you know, I mean, if you give me a top 10, you know what I'm saying? There's the Bill Burrs of the world. There's the George Lopez of the world. There's the Polo Polos of the world. That's a really deep-rooted Mexican Latin comedian. Really dope, Polo Polo. You know, Jamie Foxx. I love Jamie Foxx. Robin Williams was amazing. His facial expressions, you know, just his acting, his ability to just take characters on stage and just do that. Those are guys. All those guys definitely. I took a piece from every single one of them, and I kind of made my own thing. You know.
Yeah, for me, man. Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac, and Ralphie May. I mean, I love Ralphie May. Ralphie May was one of my favorites.
Those are great dudes.
Yeah, the new style for sure would definitely be Andrew Schultz. I saw him live, and he's pretty. The fucking dude is killing it right now.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of like Theo Von.
Yeah, I like Theo Von.
I'm a big fan of Theo Von. I'm a big fan of my boys. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Sepulveda, Jerry Garcia, like those guys.
Yeah. I even like a little Brendan Schaub a little bit, which is kind of crazy because I'm a huge UFC fan, so I liked him in the UFC.
Yeah, he was a killer.
But he does do some comedy that's it's pretty.
Sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm down with it, man. I'm down with the comedy. So besides the comedy, what else? What other things are you into producing? So are you doing like music videos, movies? What exactly are you doing?
Well, right now I'm producing a lot of music videos. It's so weird, dude. Like since I started comedy in 2018, I kind of went away from the music video world. I didn't stop directing music videos. I just kind of, instead of doing 10 of those a month, I was just doing like 2. And that to me was like basically letting it go, you know? So I traveled the world from 2010 to like 2018. I shot all over the world, God bless, and I was able to see the world through a lens type of shit. And I started shooting music videos again recently, and dude, I just, you know, I've been blessed, man. I've shot music videos and that have gotten, you know, on Grammy Award winning albums, and like up until the most recent star that I've shot for, his name is Peso Pluma, and he is arguably the biggest artist in the world right now, taking the Billboard by storm. I think he's number 5 on the billboards, and it's the fastest breakout artist to ever do that, taking out Bad Bunny, and Bad Bunny's global. Right. So, you know, for me to be able to direct his videos like 10 months ago when he had really barely came to LA to shoot music videos, if I'm not mistaken, I was probably the first director he worked with in LA.
Who is the biggest star you've ever worked with doing a video?
Who's the biggest star?
Biggest star.
I mean, it depends on who it is. You know, who do you think is the biggest star, right? I mean, I've shot for Cheekies. I've shot for, I mean, not just the music videos. Like who would I've had William Shatner in front of my lens.
Let's say the most recent.
The most recent
biggest star.
Peso Pluma.
Okay.
Yeah, he's what, 229 million listeners on Spotify or something like that. I mean, he just sold out Toyota Center. That's 17,000 people. He just beat Bad Bunny. Like, that is arguably the biggest star. I mean, I'm telling you, man, number 5 on the billboards worldwide. Like, that's not regional, bro. Like, you don't just you like, you know how big of a record and how big of an artist and reach you need to have to be top 5 on the billboards, like Billboard 100 global. Like, dog, I mean, you know, there's only a certain handful of people that can do that, man. You got the Beyoncés, the Kanyes of the world, the Drakes, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Jay-Z, Beyond, like, those are the names that usually
top 5.
Taylor Swift of the world. Those are usually the top 10.
Yeah.
He's in the top 5.
No, I totally get it, because, you know, in the podcast world, it's like Joe Rogan, then there's me, you know, so, I get it, bro. It's hard to, you know, you get to that point and it's like, fuck, you know.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy, bro. Yeah. Like, and for him to be a Mexican regional artist is unheard of, because Mexican regional music has never had, I mean, there's been records that have been very big as of recently, right? With Fuerza Régida and Grupo Firme and all these guys that have been just selling out SoFi Stadium, bro. But he's the first one to get to this level in the matter of less than 12 months, dog, which is unheard of, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy numbers, bro, to be honest with you.
It's unheard of, bro, you know?
It's nuts. Yeah. So, good, man. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's crazy, right? Like, it's hard to pinpoint, but what, like, if you had your ultimate dream, what in 5 years, what would you be doing? I don't mean laying up fucking on the beach. I mean, like, literally, like, what?
Oh, no, I don't. I mean, I see me doing the beach thing throughout my working career, you know?
Yeah.
Because I love what I do, I don't see this shit as work, right? I just see it as I'm just putting in work in a way. It's different from working and putting in work. You know, I guess I see it differently. But where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself in 5 years doing the second part, you know, the part 2 of my blockbuster movie, Bad Boy, Boys in Blue. You know what I'm saying? Boys in Blue is a script that I wrote, and it's a buddy cop film, but it's based in LA with a Latino Chicano cast.
So, yeah, I'll have to hook you up with my boy Billy. Yeah. He owns Macopa Media. Shout out to B-Dog. Yeah. And that was who I was on the phone with earlier that was doing the movie with Mel Gibson, and then next week he's doing one with John Travolta. But yeah, I'll have to hook you guys up together, because he does the thug fizzle when it comes to that.
Yeah,
shit.
Man, that's where I plan to be. You know, I mean, I plan to be on my second movie of that trilogy that I'm trying to create. You know,
right.
You know, I mean, we're working on getting it funded. I mean, I just had a meeting yesterday with a powerhouse producer. I've had meetings with Lionsgate about it, and you know, now it's just about who I'm gonna go with and where I'm gonna take this film at. You know,
yeah.
I have a couple projects before that I'm working on, but that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? That's my That's my mariachi. That's my from dusk till dawn, you know?
Yeah, gotcha. How did you get the name Concrete?
When I was rapping when I started rapping in 2001, I decided to make my name from, and this is a long-winded answer, but I'll give you the rundown of it. In 2001, I started rapping, and I called myself Beretta. And I call myself Beretta because just like a gun, I spit 16 bars like the gun spit 16 bullets, right? So that was my metaphor behind it. That was the meaning behind that. I started working with a producer by the name of Roy Mongaray, which, we ended up nicknaming him Full Clip, and I was Beretta, so he was like, the Full Clip, and I was Beretta type of shit, right? And in 2008, he passed away. He was my right-hand man. He was my hype man on stage, my manager. He was booking all my shit. We were doing everything. Him and his pops and his moms also, helped me from, like, stop dealing weight. I was living in Palmdale at the time, and I was doing my thing in the streets, dog, and they were kind of like, yo, stop this shit. We'll help you pay for your car. And just make sure that you stay in the fucking studio every single day. And in 2008, as my career's growing, my songs on the radio, we're starting to do shows, we're starting to tour. He passed away in 2008. And it really affected me, bro. Like, it really affected me to where, I didn't want to do music no more type of shit. I was just kind of over it, And it was all about, like, accountability in my head and really kind of like, feeling like I could have done more for him than I didn't, So I decided to leave the music industry, and I wanted to get into film, and I wanted to start doing music videos and start shooting and start doing this and that with different artists. And because I have all the plugs, I ended up starting to shoot, like music videos. So at the time, I ended up switching my name from Beretta to Concrete. And the meaning behind Concrete is that I had been through so much that I had to essentially mature as a, from my early 20s until like my mid 20s. And, I had to mature, and just like concrete, bro, you have to let it mature and you have to let it really harden for you to be able to build on it. And to me, once I got my head right and I started really focusing on my goals and kept the drugs away and kept people that were enabling me to do this shit, that's when I felt like I became solid and I became good enough of a foundation to start building from there. And that's as simple as that in a way. There's no like I'm hard or nothing. It's just more mental. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And do you work a regular 9 to 5 right now? You don't.
I haven't had a 9 to 5 in like 10, 12 years.
So you're just studioing it up.
Yeah, I mean, I've always, like ever since I was 15, dude, I always had a studio. I had a studio in my garage when I was growing up, and it's always been entertainment, bro. I know nothing else. Like I couldn't, like if somebody said, Concrete, go get a job right now, I wouldn't know where to start. I don't remember the last time I even filled out an application. Like I don't. My mind's too creative. I'm always on go mode. Like I could just never be stuck somewhere. And every time I did have a job, it was always like creative was right next to it. Like I would get off, and if I was doing 8 hours on the creative, I would go and do 8 hours of creative shit after work, Sure. So I was running 16-hour days type of shit, and by the third month, by the 90 days, I would catch attitudes at work because I didn't want to be there and I had to do creative shit. And
right.
That's when the fucking, fuck this job attitude came into play. And then more than likely, I've been fired from every single job, if not quit.
Yeah. And you're married, right?
Yeah,
How
married.
long you been married?
I'm married for 12 years now.
12. Okay.
Yeah. I got married in 2012.
And you have 3 kids?
No, sorry, 2010. Sorry, I got married in 2010. Yeah, I have 3 kids and I got 3 boys and 1 on the way.
Damn, your wife's gonna see this. She's gonna be mad.
She's gonna be like, "What?
Like, what the fuck? I
smoked too much weed.
You smoked it. That's what it is. That's what we're gonna say. That's what.
It's gone by so fast, man. When you're having a good time.
Yeah, you have a great time, right?
I've been chilling, man. She's been very supportive of everything I've been doing, and she's been the one like holding down the fort, bro, when I'm not there. And it's really hard having a creative lifestyle because I hear from all the other homies that I have in the industry, and it's always like, man, my girl's tripping, dog. I'm like, I don't go through that, man. I don't know. Like, my girl was in the industry too, so she gets the the hours of it,
Sure.
and the dedication it takes to really make it in this industry.
Make it happen, yeah. The people don't understand, how many hours go into all of this. Like people think, oh, you got a podcast, so it's just, it's fucking this and that, and you just go there, you shoot, you do this, you do that. Little do they know there's so much that goes behind every little nook and cranny, right? Like, from the engineering to the editing to the set design to go and picking it up. Like, fucking, it goes on and on and on and on, right? Like, it's just nonstop fucking continuous. But yet they only see the 45 minutes to an hour that's edited down to fucking make it come out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's crazy. I think having a good support group behind you is very important. Spending time with your kids is very important. I took my kids, man, to Universal Studios last Friday, and we did this fucking tour because my youngest, she's 12. We did this like VIP package fucking thing where I'm like, yo, I just want to go to the front of the line. I don't want to fucking wait. It's hot. It's bullshit. I'm just not into it. I'm not into fucking rides anyway. But I'm gonna do it because this is what my fucking
that's
kids
like typical dad shit.
Yeah, that's right. Like, what, I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna fucking do it. And we get there, and fuck, dude, Universal Studios, bro, they stepped it up, bro. They gave us lunch. They gave us breakfast. They gave us all the bottled water we wanted. We got private fucking tours, front of the line for every ride, 3, 4, 5 different times. I mean, bro, it was $200 more for the ticket than the normal fucking ticket.
Yeah.
So how would you not? They gave us fucking VIP parking. Bro, I was like, I couldn't believe. I was like, I would do this again tomorrow. This shit was dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, so doing those kinds of things with the kids is and your wife is important to happy life, happy wife, happy kids.
Absolutely, dog.
All that shit.
Fuck yeah.
Goes to the get down. So you own a studio, right? Mm-hmm. You own this studio that we're in, right? You're co-owner, right? With
my boy Justin from AB Chevy,
Big J Dog,
and my boy Elvis.
No free plugs. No free plugs. We're not doing that around here. We won't edit that out. Justin.
So I gotta block the
hat. We're blocking the hat. We're doing it all. We're not doing. My boy D over there, he got it right. He's not. And Eric, they're gonna make sure that this shit gets blocked out. No, Justin Kobe. So Justin and Elvis and you are, you guys are co-owners here.
Yeah.
And you guys are actually filming a bunch of different shit in here, right? What are some of the things that you guys are shooting in here?
Yeah. So so obviously we do D2SM, which is your podcast. We do Take Shot Sports. We do TES TV, which is Tacos de Superior TV. We do American Wannabes, and as of right now, we're still trying to finish up logistics on doing the Mayans series finale interviews,
like where they all sit and they talk, right?
Exactly.
At the end of Sons of Anarchy, they do it, and the Sons of that. I saw the Mayans jacket hanging up over there.
Yeah.
And I know like Emilio, Mike Beltran, like a lot of the same people
guys
that I know,
Yep.
Justin knows, and and it's kind of like we're all in the same circle, right?
Yeah.
Even like DJ Muggs, Cartoon, Mr. Cartoon, like all these, Estefan, all these people, right? All running kind of the same circle, right? So it's kind of a trip to kind of see like the same circles that we run, but yet different.
Actually, one of the guys from Mayans is actually here. Is he here already?
Oh, what?
Oh, he's here. Yeah, man, he's here, man. So maybe we can get him on after me, man.
Man, let's get him in
maybe
here.
We can get him after me, dog.
No, we gonna get him in. We getting him in here.
We can get him on,
Yeah. What is your passion? I know comedy. I know fucking doing this, and I know doing that. I'm not talking about that. I want to know like cars, motorcycles, tattoos, fucking freaky shit. Well, I don't give a fuck. What is your fucking what is it that makes you concrete tick? Like, what makes you go, fuck, dude, that's sick? And not eating giraffe pussy. I don't want to hear about that. But like, just some regular whole like, what do it do?
Man, it's crazy, dog. I don't do much, dog.
No.
I don't do much. I mean, I have like little baby hobbies. Like I collect Ninja Turtle stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
I love Ninja Turtle stuff.
Okay,
I grew up watching Ninja Turtle, so I collect. My cousin just got me one of the replicas from the first Shredder helmet. Like that's coming.
Dope.
I got a Michelangelo. I got a bunch of collectibles. So that's probably the most thing that I'm always like looking out for. Like I'm always collecting toys or books or posters and shit like that. Like that's my thing. That it's like that's like my little joy away from, you know, doing all the other shit.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
You know, with your hat off, you do look like Master Splinter a little bit.
A little bit,
I
dog.
need you to
Sensei,
teach
fool.
me some.
Sensei, fool. Get it right, dog. It's sensei.
Get it
perro.
right. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I do. You know, obviously, cars and bikes are my fucking I just can't.
Yeah.
I got cars at people's houses that I hide from my fucking.
I want to get a car, dude. I've been, you know, like I'm not a lowrider guy.
Right.
I'm more of a just classic,
Sure.
you know, stock parts.
Right.
You know, I want like a Lincoln. I want like a Continental.
Yeah, like a convertible, like 64.
Yeah.
Suicide doors.
74, maybe a 70. Do you remember watching the movie Lincoln Lawyer?
Yeah.
That car.
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
Yeah, that's like a 66, right?
Just I believe it's like a 70. I don't think
That's
it's that
too old, bro.
It's too old. Yeah, it's too old.
It's a 64 to 66.
64 to 66.
Lincoln convertible.
4-door.
Yeah.
Stock
Suicide door.
stock wheels. Yeah.
Fucking
Just
dope.
you know.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing crazy. And then
right.
you know, I definitely want like, you know, some form of 65, 66, 67. You know, Camaro or Corvette or you know what is it, a Shelby? Like I want one of those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
mean, honestly,
you know,
just for the speed. Is that what you're saying?
no, not even for speed. Just to be able
to have. Yeah.
You know, like I'm not really a speed guy. I just want to pull up and look mean, dog. You know, I don't even want to race.
You know that Cadillac I got out there. Is like 800 and some change on the horsepower.
No shit,
bro. That thing is eating.
I gotta check it out.
That thing is so fucking fast, like violent, pissed off fast.
I gotta check it out.
I already told him twice that I'm doing a show, and he fucking Billy keeps calling me. Fucking idiot. Anyway, so it's fucking pissed off fast. So I ordered personalized license plates, and it says Kitty Killer for all the Hellcats out there that want a shot at the titles. Yeah. So do you ever go take your family to the river, to the lake, do any shit like that on the boats?
I have before. We don't do it as much. I'm personally not really like an outdoorsy guy. Like I went camping once, but it was like rural camping, and I just, you know, something about shit in the middle of the desert, bro, like in the middle of the night. It's not for me, dog.
Why don't you do like I got a big ass motherfucking RV, 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, see, I would do that.
Yeah, see, I
would do that.
I can't tent.
I'm not like I'm not about to like.
I'm not like fishing for my food. Like fuck off.
I'm not doing all that. You know, I'm not that camper, bro. Like I something about like feeling just musty.
Yeah. I'm not surviving in the wilderness type shit.
It don't sit right with me, bro.
I need a couple showers a day.
Bro. Like
I want to watch some fucking TV.
Yeah,
like,
I'm one of those campers.
Yeah,
you know
me too.
What I'm saying?
Me too.
Like,
they call it glamping.
Glamping.
I'm okay with that.
There you go. I'm cool with the glamping.
Call me whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. I'm not fucking Bear Grylls and shit trying to survive.
I don't got nothing to prove, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good, bro. We evolved.
Yeah, well, I have evolved
for a reason.
That's why they make 2 bathrooms for a motherfucking place, right?
We fucking evolved, dog.
I gotta hang out. Yeah. My favorite thing about camping is watching. You know, I don't drink, but watching everybody get fucking hammered and just act a fool.
Yeah.
You know, play cornhole and fucking do all these things.
Yeah.
Tripping and falling on their bicycles. Just fucking making me laugh, bro.
Yeah, dog.
People are fucking,
I need to do that. I need to do that.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good time.
I mean, I do the cabin stuff, you know, Lake Arrowhead, Big Bear, you know, but I haven't done nothing crazy like that yet.
Do you any like snowboarding, anything like that?
Nah, I've gone to the snow, but nah, that shit hurts, bro.
Yeah, it's fucked up, right?
That shit hurts, bro. I'm good. And I don't do well with the cold. Like I'm just not a cold kind of guy. Like I said, I'll do I did Christmas about 3 years ago in Big Bear. It was beautiful. It fucking snowed like at night. Woke up to like a white Christmas. It was beautiful, dog. I felt like I was in a Hollywood movie, dog. It was just my kids ran down from, you know, like downstairs. It was just like I was like, oh
pajamas.
shit. I was like, it's a fucking sitcom,
right,
dog.
Yeah.
Like this is a movie, dog.
Fireplace is going.
It's like I felt like I was in like some like, you know,
some white people shit.
Yeah, some white people shit, dog. I was like, this is beautiful. I can see. And my kids running down with their pajamas, like, oh my god,
you
know, my girl got the hot chocolate. It was beautiful, dog. But
marshmallows.
I wouldn't go outside because it's so fucking cold, dog. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm tropical kind of people, right?
Yeah, dog. I like to be warm and I'm good with all the extra shit, bro.
Yeah, because you know it takes so long to warm up. Where like if you're hot in the summer, you jump in the pool, you're
good. You're good to go.
In the cold, it's like you got to put on, and then you get sick, and then there's allergies, and motherfuckers are sneezing and not washing their hands. And all kinds of shit, bro. I don't want to do any of that.
Yeah,
shit.
broke people could survive heat better than broke people can survive the cold, dog.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. Fool.
What do you? I mean, what's
motherfuckers have froze to death inside their house with no heaters, bro.
Yeah, you know when I sometimes when I go to people to clean them up in June, July, August, they just melt. They're just hot as fuck. They dehydrate.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you can always get a glass of fucking water or like get under a shade. You know what I'm saying?
They're in the house.
I mean, how do you think motherfuckers in the Middle East were traveling with camels, dog? They just put all kinds of clothes on, and it's easier to handle than freezing in the fucking winter, dog. You're just fucking sitting there all rigor mortis and shit.
Hey, bro, they're built different.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But you can adapt, motherfucker. You can't.
I don't want to adapt to none of it. I like the AC.
Like I was watching this show where like the weather never goes down from never goes up from like -20 or some shit, dog. And these people live in these like 24 hours. The sun don't shine. Right. It's nighttime and it's cold. And it's like, fuck that, dog. Yeah. Are you kidding me, bro?
Remember Guy, the gay waiter I had on here?
Yeah.
And he talked about the fucking snow beef.
Yeah.
How it fucking snows 365 days a week.
I couldn't do that.
I couldn't do it, bro.
I couldn't do that.
I mean, you got to fly in beer and grains for the cow. I mean, it's serious, bro.
I'm good.
Sweet corn, you got to fly it in for the corns.
I'm good. I'm telling you, dog. Broke people can survive the heat better than they can survive the cold.
Maybe.
That's my theory.
What do you think? We talked a little bit about this. What do you think of my company? It's crazy, huh? Like the cleaning up the dead people and shit.
Yeah, I don't. Freaky? I don't think I could do that, bro. Like I kill a cockroach when I don't even want to pick the corpse up. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you're like out there picking up real human beings, dog. Like that's insane to me, dog. Like you don't feel like throwing up?
Oh yeah, I mean I've been to scenes where I fucking and threw up. Fuck yeah. The dude that we cleaned up at Winco was fuck, bro. I tell that story all the time. He like burned to death in this pillar. Yeah, in the fucking pillar. He was running from the cops, fell down into this pillar. They broke him out. We tried to pull him out when we grabbed his arm and pulled him out. It was like pulled pork. Fuck. And he just cooked himself to death, bro. And the smell was so bad. I threw up everywhere. It was fucking.
That's crazy to me, dog. I can never do that, bro. Like you know what? Like I watch a crazy movie and get bad dreams. Like I couldn't do what you do for a living. But like this motherfucker's for everything, I guess, right?
Yeah,
like that's you, dog.
It is what it is.
Like do you wake up and be like, I was born to do this shit? Matt, do you wake up like that and just look in the mirror and be like, I was born to pick up dead bodies, bro?
I look in the mirror and like, damn, he fine though. That's about it.
Oh, damn, just really, lies, huh? Every day. Just lies every day.
Make myself feel better.
Straight lies.
It makes myself feel better, When you got to pick up an eyeball and it looks back at you, you got to tell yourself something, bro. You got to get your mind off of it.
You understand how that sounds, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make yourself feel better somehow.
That is crazy, dog. That is so bizarre, dog. Like, what? Like, let me ask you, like, did you get grandfathered into this shit? Or
I didn't. I chose
Why did you? Why?
I don't know.
What made you do that?
It was like the freakiest shit. How it happened? It like
were you methed out for or what?
No. I just I've never done drugs in my life. I've only smoked weed twice.
Good for you.
Yeah. And it freaked me out. No, I fucking my buddy. I wanted to invest in his company at the time, and he was like, I got my dad, my brother, fucking whatever. Kind of shined me on like a cocksucker. And then he goes, oh, but you ought to look into this. And I'm like, what? Fucking coroner and police clean that shit up. What are you talking about? And then
untapped market.
Did a little research, and then I flew to Texas. Fucking did the whole shebang. Came back. Had a couple of chips. I was like, fuck, man, I had like 50K or something. I was like, I told my wife, yo, I'm just going to put this money towards it. And if we fail, I fail. Fuck it. And then, fuck, bro. I mean, it's through the roof. I'm the only company from Santa Clarita to Bakersfield, out to fucking Ventura to like Bishop.
So let me ask you, does the price change from like a small spill to a big spill?
Of course. Yeah. More bodies, more money.
More bodies, more money, dog. What? That's so crazy, dog.
It is. Yo.
You talk about it so cavalier, like these ain't human beings, man.
No, look.
Matt, these are human beings, bro.
No, not in my
You
no,
dog?
No.
You know how bizarre that sounds?
No. You can't
see it like that,
you can't personalize with
them. You can't personalize it.
It'll fuck you up. So you got to put their pictures down, and it's just a job, bro. If you go in there and go, fuck, man, I'm at a place where a terrorist act happened, and this dude and his wife shot 12 people at a Christmas party and the fucking music's going and the disco ball is going and there's food, it'll fuck you up. What if you go in there and you go, okay, sick motherfucker, I'm going to eat a chicken wing. We're going to clean it up.
I was just going to say that. I could never pick up a body and then be like, you guys want to go to Big Wangs after this, man? And be like, oh, I did some crazy shit today, dog. Wow. This motherfucker was dead.
It is what it is. I mean,
4
sometimes,
days.
you know, you eat at the scene and it just, you know, just it is what it is. Some things you won't eat again. You know, it's hard for me to...
Is there something that that still sticks with you to this day?
Something that what?
Is there some particular scene that still sticks with you to this day that you're like, fuck?
Bro, the very first one.
The first one.
Very first one ever.
I have one.
Yeah, let me hear it.
See, I never picked up a dead body, right? But okay, so I was doing towing.
Okay.
In Antelope Valley at this time. I was working for AV Towing, which I would get all the, because I was a new guy.
Car crashes and shit.
I would get all the fucked up calls because I was a new guy, right? I was on 12 hours and then I was technically on for 24, but I would work 12-hour shifts. And then so they called me one time, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they were like, Chris, we got a car crash we got a fatality car crash on Pear Blossom. I lived on 47th and S. I'm 21 years old, bro. I get in my truck. I go over there, I park, and I see a tow truck. And the tow truck is parked about 50 to 100 yards in front of me. And I'm like, why the fuck would they send me if there's already a guy here? Like, I was asleep. Why would they send me, right? So I get off, I'm talking to the guy. I was like, yo, I'm like, if you guys are good to go, man, I'm just going to go. He was like, no, wait. The guy was getting his car towed, and he stood in between the flatbed and his car. Mm-hmm. The tow truck driver.
Right.
The guy, somebody hit the car from behind and cut the guy in half.
Yeah. Oh, that's like every day. That's like an everyday.
No, man, it's not every day.
For me, that's
look, dog. I've never, like, when I see broken hands, like on videos, I'm like, oh, shit is hanging off.
Oh, no, yeah.
I saw this man's fucking body, bro, like it was a magician trick, dog. Like, half of it was there, half of it was over here, dog. I was like, what the fuck you want me to tow?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to a scene where they been pinched up against it, and the only thing keeping them alive is that they're pinched up. Once they release it, they're going to die. It's done.
I have never seen that in my life, dog.
So I can tell you that the emergency EMTs will go, hey, man, call your wife and kids, man. Like,
well, this is going
to be the last one.
That's the one that still sticks with me, dog.
I'll tell you the craziest one, and then we'll wrap it up. I told the story a couple times, but this is the good one. So this dude is on meth. He methed out for like fucking 4 days straight.
Hallucinating.
It was back when I did my training in Texas. And this fucking dude, they get a call of a welfare check, and he's like, don't come in here, motherfuckers. I'm going to kill you. So everybody's waiting outside. Us, coroner, fire department, SWAT team, right? And we're watching on this fucking TV screen, and SWAT team's getting ready to make entrance. They go through the house, they're going room to room to room to room to room, boom, fucking pull around like this, and there was the dude. He had cut his mom from here all the way down to her pussy, opened her up, took bolt cutters to her rib cage, right? Opened it up, pulled her liver out, and was eating it while he masturbated naked.
Look, dog.
Real talk.
Look, listen, dog. You just can't say shit like that, bro.
What do you mean?
You just can't say stuff like that.
You asked me the question.
I didn't ask you that. You decided to ask.
Put that on one of your mamas. That's exactly what you said.
We're going to run the tape back. I never asked you.
You said, what is one of the worst things that has ever stuck with you?
I fucked up.
You fucked up. You fucked up, eh?
Never say that story again, dog.
I'm gonna keep that one down, but
Matt, don't ever say that story.
I'm just
again,
letting
dog.
you know. This is what it do. Look, you got your line of work. I don't know. It'd be a good.
Why am I even asking, dog? I don't.
Yeah, don't tell me I'm fucked up, and then you're asking, did he fucking saltine his cracker with
Sorry,
it?
Dog.
Come on,
You're
going to. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. You might be going to hell.
That is just insane, dog. That is insane, man. God bless.
True story. And I have fucking hundreds more that are just, people are fucked up when they do fucked up shit to other. Now, mind you, let me clarify this. He was, because I get this question all the time.
Deranged. He had to be.
He was white. So usually,
I don't believe that.
The most fucked up shit are the Caucasians, right?
Since you guys were fucking barbaric. You guys were like fucking Vikings, dog.
Yeah, well, half of me was Viking. You don't have to get all fucking ethnical on me right now. But yes, you are correct.
Savages, bro.
Savages. They do all the eating of each other. They do all the fucking freaky shit where they play with your butthole when you're dead.
I actually went to to Sweden, and I went to the Viking stuff that they had, and they were showing pictures. I went to go see one of the Viking ships. Amazing shit, dog. I mean, the way they fought these wars were fucking incredible, dog. But they were showing some of the replicas of the stuff they used to do.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I thought seeing the Mayan shit was crazy. I was like, yo, these motherfuckers were gangster. Because it wasn't just the man, dog.
Right, it's
the women were more barbaric than the dudes, dog.
Yeah, and you had to be a fighter back then.
There was no other option. There was no hunter and gatherer.
There wasn't, hey, I'm a mother time.
No, there was no hunter and no gatherer. It was like, we're all going at it. Like, the women were just as big as the dudes. It was incredible to see, bro.
Yeah.
So congratulations, bro. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you on that.
Many wars won.
Yeah. Many. Well, let's wrap it up, man. Tell all the listeners where they can find you. Because, hey, listen, you got to go follow them. The shit is funny. You're going to enjoy it. Stay out of the comment box with some bullshit, fuckers.
Yeah, no, dude, whatever. Dog. Look, man, you can find me at Concrete Live or Concrete Comedy on TikTok. But look, just type in Concrete on your search bar, and more than likely the only guy that doesn't have a concrete company, you'll see it. It's not
just
many.
That guy.
There's, it's at one point I hated my name because people were like, "Why Concrete?" And I had to sit there and explain the fucking story. And now it's like The Rock.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Concrete, yeah, and
because there's only
one.
There's only one concrete.
It's not like two rocks out there. You know what I'm saying?
There's only one dying to see me.
There's not like two rocks out there. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like, so I was like, Concrete, it's perfect, dog.
Yeah.
There's only one dude named Concrete, dog. There's no other fucking, like, who else is gonna be that retarded, dog, to call themselves Concrete, dog? There's only one guy.
Yeah, that's it. And he's right there.
I'm right here, dog.
All right. Well, you can see me every Wednesday. New episodes come out. You can follow me on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, all the at Dying to See Me. Any questions, you can also email dyingtosee@gmail.com. And we will see you next Wednesday. Peace.
What's up?